Power of Gratitude, meditation number 5, bathing your dreams in gratitude. Join me in the great hall of gratitude, a grand arena that honors all the good that's ever been, all the good that could ever be, all the good that is now. Let yourself know that you are surrounded and supported, lifted up, healed and transformed, made all things made new in the great hall of gratitude. So as we take a deep breath of life now in this gratitude, we turn our attention now to our dreams, what we would love in our lives, what we would love in our lives a year from now in the area of our health. And allow yourself for a moment to lean into and generate ideas of you living a life you truly love living in the area of your health. Sleeping well, waking rested, having strength and stamina to do whatever you choose to do. That there's a skip in your step, that there's your shoulders are straight, that there's a way of walking in this world and being in this world of complete freedom. It feels good to be you. It feels good to be in your own skin. Your dream for your health. Flexibility and mobility in all the ways that you would love. Add to that a dream for what you would love in your relationships. Just bring to mind, if it were a year from now and it all worked out, would you have that love of your life with you? Would the person you're either married to or in a relationship with, would it go deeper? Would it be more fun? Would it be more supportive? Would it be more alive-making? Would it be more spiritual? What would you love in your primary relationships with a spouse or a significant other? With your friends, your dear friends, with your family members, with parents or children. And particularly notice where in your life of relationships there may be some discord or dissonance. And imagine what you would love in that relationship. Remove your focus from who they are and what they're being or who you've been in that relationship and focus on what you would love. If you could wave a magic wand on the field of your relationships and it all worked out and it's a year from now, what's happening? What's it like? Are you walking on the beach with your loved one? Are you holding their hand? Build in your mind pictures of you living a life you love living in the area of your relationships. You have health to enjoy them and relationships you love. Add to that now a dream of what you're doing with your time and talent. Whether you have a vocation where you earn income, income isn't the predictor of what will bring you alive. What would you love in the area of your vocation? Would you like to write that book, open up that daycare, write that travel book, learn to cook in ways you've always wanted to learn to cook, increase your business, sell your business, finish that degree? In the area of your vocare or vocation, how you spend and invest your creative time and energy, what would you love? And it all worked out. Imagine it all worked out. What's happening in the area of your business? Now you have health, and you have relationships, and you have what's going on in the work of your vocare or your vocation. Even one idea in each of these areas begins to be woven into a dream life of what you would love in your health, a dream life of what you would love in your relationships, a dream life of what you would love in the area of your vocation. A dream life of what you would love in the area of time freedom and money freedom. If you had the time freedom to go where you want to go, where would you go? What would you do? Would you volunteer? Would you travel? Would you do something in your community? Would you garden? If you had time freedom, what would you do with time freedom? And imagine that it all worked out and you had that time freedom. And you have health, and your relationships are wonderful, and you're doing what you love with your time and talent, and you have time to do something you would love to do in the area of time freedom. Maybe you did sail those 7 seas you dreamed of, or climbed those 4 mountains you wanted to climb, or hiked the Grand Canyon, or whatever it is that you always thought, if I had the time, I would. If you had the time, you would what? Let it come to mind. This is your dream. No one can dream your dream for you, and no dream can come true if you don't dream it. Health and relationships and vocation and time freedom and money freedom. If money didn't determine what you could do or where you could go or what you could have, and maybe even more importantly, what you could give. If you could go where you want to go and do what you want to do, have what you want to have, and give what you want to give, what would that look like? What would that be like? What specifically would you do with money freedom? What cause would you love to give to? How much would you love to give? What would you perhaps have in your home or in your place, or where would you live if you could live where you want to live and do what you want to do? Knowing that money is really only good for 2 things. Money is only good to make you comfortable enough so you can be creative enough to give your true gift to the world. So as you hold now an image of yourself, a dream of yourself, in health, and around the circle of your health, we weave a circle of a dream of your relationships, and around that, a circle of the dream of your vocation, what you're doing with your time and talent, and around that, a circle of time freedom and money freedom, you living a life you love living, not by anyone else's standards or measures, not because anyone else says this is what you should. It's what you love. It's a life imaged in the name of love, informed by the power of love. I would love this. I would love this life. Now, this life that you have just dreamed up is in your imagination right now. It's in the image-making faculty of the gift you've been given as a living being to imagine a life you love living. To move it from imagination into results requires the art and the science of transformation. The art is in the dreaming. The science is in the vibration. Is the moving and coming from that vision as we live our daily life. Is the vibration of knowing that as I hold this in mind and make my choices, my thoughts, my choices, my actions, my attitudes in harmony with being the person who is bringing this life into existence, is bringing this result into form, a little at a time, a baby step at a time, a moment at a time. But if you really believed that this is the moment where it's all changing, this is the moment where this moment is your moment not only to dream a dream, decide for a dream, but begin developing that dream. If you knew that you had everything required to bring it about, even if you had no idea how to do it, but deep inside you, the power that's with you knows all things. If you knew that if you stayed true to this dream, it must come into form for you, you would feel so grateful right now. And the power of a generative gratitude is you don't wait until then to feel the gratitude. Gratitude that moves molecules into new patterns. Gratitude that changes a person who's living in lack and want into a person living in fulfillment and freedom. That gratitude is a chosen generative gratitude that bathes the dream in gratitude while it's coming into form. I am so grateful that my life is changing, transforming, and becoming more of who I am capable of being as I'm living it this day. As I'm living my life this day. I bathe myself, I bathe my life, I bathe my dream in this gratitude, knowing that today there are hidden opportunities and visible opportunities that are right here for me to take, right here for me to recognize, right here for me to seize. Knowing that gratitude is the frequency that's harmonious with this abundant life I dream, this abundant result I choose. I choose gratitude today as the means of connecting with this life, as the means of sensing and seizing and seeing the opportunities, as a means by which I live my day with courage, as a day in which I live my day with insight, as a day in which I live this day, knowing that this power is not only in me, but it goes forth through me, as a day in which I live my day in joy. As Brother David Sandelras says, joy does not make you grateful. Grateful makes you joyful. Gratitude is the highest form of thought. It is happiness doubled by wonder. It rises up in us so we can be grateful. It shines a light upon our path so we can see clearly. It supports us as we take steps in living a life we love living while we're living it. Go forth this day in chosen gratitude and make this the very best day of your life up until now.